Hi guys. Been ripping and running, and it feels so good. So, ladies, men, preferably older, been waiting for something for a really long time. And after a 20-year separation, see, that's why I said older, so don't start assuming things. We find each other again. And yes, I have found, or many of exes have found me on Facebook. This one did not. He's not on Facebook. It still seems so foreign to my ears. Anyway, after lengthy conversations, Tosh, baby Aries, trying to be more left brain. I'm working on it, y'all. I'm trying. And it's one of those, this is a mushy feeling video, so if you don't want to be in a mushy mood, you can just hit that button. And you know this person to be on the shy side. Shy as far as being very left brain, I'll put it that way. I'm right brain. I'm creative. I'm a child. I see things in glittery pictures and stuff, and he's very analytical, straightforward. And he might be thinking, you know, things. things. But he won't verbalize it until a specific time, and you know, the stars have to be lined up just right. And anyway, so today, full moon, new moon, I guess the stars were lined up just right. Again, being an analytical, engineered person, I know that he sees things, but he doesn't always verbalize it or write it. So, lo and behold, I told the university, okay, you know, you could send the girl some good, you know, mushy energy. I'll accept it from anybody at this point. Energy. Just energy. So, lo and behold, I went to bed, I think, at 6 o'clock this morning looking for online jobs. And that was a great search, by the way. I'm very happy with those results. I learned a lot. And I wake up, and I normally sleep through the phone because I ask God, you know, to let me be able to sleep more sound, not wake up because somebody passes by the window. So after 2 years, I've gotten that down. And don't you know, this morning I woke up to the phone, which I haven't done in a long time. Sorry, I was so excited I was just crying with joy. So, lo and behold, I wake up and I see, of course, where it's from, and I'm like, oh my gosh, hello. How are you? What are you doing? Are you okay? Did you eat? Looking behind the ears? You know, that mother thing. Well, I couldn't quite look behind his ears. I think he's about 6'4". But anyway, wow. It's really nice. And I know it took probably a lot for him, but I'm so happy that it finally happened. No, it happened a few other times too, but this one really outshines them all, because not only do I finally get a call, work, you know, engineers, I got an email. A really long email. So he's like, yeah, hi, hello. Dry. But I can see his spirit, and the spirit is like rainbow, sparklies. How we baby Aries like. And I'm like, hi, honey, how you doing? Blah, 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 going 90 miles a minute, as of course is my style. I'm fine. Okay. Open your email. Okay. And today, of course, of all days, this thing is going slower than a snail. And anyway, so I finally get there. Oh my gosh. I can't tell you nothing about that. This is a G-rated channel. But I will say, then the purpose of this video is to say it is so nice to hear, yet again, what men take note, men say, I love you. And, you know, just like in Matrix, those are the only words, you know, that we can think of that have, you know, the most amount of meaning or whatever. You know, it's different for everybody. That might not work it for you, but it worked it for me today. And yeah, he said that before, but you know, it's just like in the tonation and the mood and the everything that just flowed effervescently together to make a splendid cocktail. And I say it like that because it's, you know, when you're older and you've been in love a few times and you've been out of love a few times and you remember how to do it and how not to do it and how this person likes it versus that person, because it's all different. It's all, each one feels like a brand new, totally never had love before, started from scratch type of case, you know. And again, I say for the older people in this video, because once you fell in love with your high school sweetheart, he was a nut. You know, you go away, and 20 years later they come back, and then the other guy, he's a nut, and the other guy, yeah, he turned out to be just, you know, wanting someplace to live. You know, and you can't, boys and girls, you can't fall into those, you know, traps. Oh, I love him, and we, you know, the memories. No, the memory is that it's a past event. It is a past event. It is not happening right now, you know. So, of course, you know, that period of re-knowing each other is over. And I've already, you know, weighed my pros and cons and not get your hopes up. Just be happy in the moment, which is what I'm doing now, which is the purpose of this video. I am so in pink mode. I am so much in pink mode. Because you know what, men? It doesn't take, really, it doesn't take a diamond ring. It doesn't take even great sex. It doesn't take, you know, a mink coat. The only thing it took was an email. An email. Okay, the call helped too. But had I just gotten the email with itself, not by itself, I would be just as fucking giddy as I am right now. Yeah, I would. I would too. I would too. You know I would. Because I know, I heard you say that. I heard you. I knew you were going to say that. I know. But wow. And two, you know, when you're older, things change because, you know, like I said in the video, you know, what do you look for in a mate? And, you know, older men look for skinny chicks with big boobs that like them. How often does that really happen? I mean, really, seriously, madly fall in love. You know, I haven't done the stats on it, but I'd be willing to bet not often. Email. So now that you're old, now that I'm older and I can weigh the pros and cons and I'm not tripping on, does he mean it? Well, how does he mean it? Is he sending the same email to other girls? And I ain't tripping on that. I am not tripping on that whatsoever. That has nothing to do with me. I'm happy in the moment. The moment's going to pass. So I'm just wallowing in it right now. And not only for the fact that, you know, because, you know, men, sometimes it doesn't matter how something is said. It just matters that it was said and or done. Example, an email. Just an email. It didn't matter the fact that it had everything I've ever wanted to hear in the email. It matters that he sent me a very long email about him, about me, about us, about things. You know? So simple. And even though I'm older, I would gladly make love to him right now and have his baby. um, but it's just, and I hope, and I'm saying this too in part for you women out there that have gotten, we get older, we get stuck in our own ways. We still have limits and things that we do and don't like and don't want. But all that shit has to come down. I'm 50, not getting any younger, though I'm permanently stuck spiritually. I'm 25, just so you know. All of us need to realize, you're only 20 once. Okay, I guess 20. Okay, the prime age for most human beings, I would say, is 21. Okay, American human beings. I don't know about any other countries. Because that's when your life really changes. You're supposed to be an adult. You're supposed to treat people with kindness. And I say that because a little girl, I just read an email from a little girl who's having trouble with her boyfriend, and because his girlfriend treated him badly, he's now treating this girlfriend badly. It doesn't trickle down. It stops. Stop it. Okay? So I'm remembering that lesson, making sure I stay in balance with this lesson today and being all giddy, giddy, joy, joy. Okay, and again, I'm living in the moment. I'm not, oh God, he's going to ask me to marry. No, none of that, ladies. None of that off-the-wall dreaming stuff. Today is today. I'm wallowing in the moment because it was a really good moment. I got to put that video on another channel, if you know what I mean. But, we can't take out your shit from the last one on this one. It's not fair to this one. He's not doing this to you. She's not doing this to you. And I experienced that in most of my boyfriends. And I know you men probably think it only happens to women doing that to you. Maybe. I don't know. I'm on a lot of social sites. I'm on a lot of single sites. And that's the number one thing that always seems to come up first, even though you're not supposed to bring your past into your future. But it's normal. It's we're being human. So therefore, I know I don't want to treat him poorly because my last one treated me poorly. You don't do that. This is a new person. Everything is new and different and better. So let's take it as new, different, and better, and leave it at that, and give them all the love they desire right now. You don't do this, one-upman thing. Well, you did that to me, so I'm going to do that to you. Why be in a relationship for that? You could do that to yourself. And why be in a relationship with someone that does that to you? I'm not telling you what to do. I'm just saying it's food for thought. It's food for thought. Because now then you're going to want to take that rage and anger and frustration out on the next person. Don't do that. Don't pass along the fucking baggage. The baggage stays in the closet, on the shelf, not out in your life, in your sex life, in your religious life, in your, social life, whatever, job life. No. That with Bob, Harry, Sally, Sue stays in the closet. This is new. So, this guy, we have not ever had a bad moment when we were together 20 years ago or when we're together now. And I say that because you girls need to realize just because he doesn't say the words you want to hear does not make him a bad man. It makes him different than others. It makes him different than you. Now did you fall in love with him or her because they were like you? I hope not. Though I love myself and I'd love to be in a relationship with myself, but but since I can't pull me away from myself, this one will do. We're a whole lot alike. Not when it comes to long emails and not when it comes to showing very much emotion. But it's different when you're long distance. When we were together 20 years ago, it was very different. He was very mushy and very affectionate and very touchy and kissy and, not too much public displays of affection. But that's okay. He held my hand, he pat my ass. That's all I cared about. You're there, you're present, you're with me. You know, and I'm not taking my old shit out on him now. You know, it's an easy habit to fall into. And it's one of the worst habits you could ever do to yourself or to your present mate. You know, and you don't get mad and flounce off. Grandma was right. Don't go to bed mad. Angry, mad, whatever. It's a waste of time. You know, it's a waste of time. And even if they are stubborn and demanding and having their own way, that's nice, dear. I love you too. And you just keep on keeping on because it's going to pass. You know, I'm not saying stay with some person even though they insist on being right 25,000%, you know, 100,000%, whatever. I'm saying stay because you really love them and you see progress in yourself first, then others. Okay, so I see progress in myself because that's really all I could talk about is myself, right? And I'm not making the same mistakes ever again. I will gladly accept whatever he has to offer and take that with a grain of salt. Maybe sugar, because I think a grain of sugar might be bigger. But anyway, it's nice, and it's ooey, and it's gooey, and it's not him, or her, and they hurt me, and they did this, so now I can't accept the love from this man, however he chooses to give it. Or this woman. You know, I just accept. Just accept. Just accept. Whatever you disagree with, you don't even need to reply to. Because that's just the other person's issues that they need to work out for themselves. So he, you know, because I'm referring to the little girl. I'm just hoping, and I'm not saying be like me, I'm saying do the spirit thing to do in a physical relationship, which is to forgive. I'm not saying be taken advantage of. That's a far different other video, okay? I'm saying as long as that your person is not abusing you. Of course, some people don't know that what that is, so that's another video. Yeah. So, you know, as long as you ain't got no bruises and mental bruises, which are hurt a lot worse, trust me, I know, then you just keep on maybe just being quiet sometime. Because let's face it, fighting, well, you did this, and you did this, and you did, that don't help. So when I was in an abusive relationship, you know, just, anyway, I just didn't say anything. No, then he got mad because I didn't say anything. But you know what? When I'm frustrated, I don't say anything. I leave my blinds down. I leave my door closed because I don't want my frustration to spew out into your life. And so I'm, you know, being empathetic towards Tasha. No, I don't want you to do that. So I'm just not going to say anything at all. Why? I don't want to like bring you down or make you think about my situation and then you're going to be empathetic to me and then you don't see that pole shooting up out of the ground and bam, you bang your head. No, come on. You accept love, you are love, give love. Just like if you, well, y'all see my videos. It is very challenging for me not to just, well, honey, a girl needs some emotion. Could you turn that on? That's silly. He's not me. He can't be me. He can't just turn it on all the time because that engineer says it's not logical, like data. You know? So there's no choice but to just go with the flow. I'm happy today. I heard his voice. We had a wonderful time. And I have an email seeing further where he's coming from. And DP. Oh, not DP. Dang, now I can't think of your last name. Anyway, D. After this experience, I see now I have stepped further back so you can see more of the whole picture. Even though the picture's 1,000 feet high by 1,000 feet wide, I can see like half of that now. And I understand we are on a better page together than I ever thought we were. So things have been, opened up, revealed, so I can now feel better that we are on the same page, and he's not always as Data, like, Data from Star Trek. He's a robot. Yeah, email. That as I thought. So, I expressed my desire for him to be more right brain, and I told him I would try to be more left brain. That's possible for baby Aries. But I'm working on it. I'm trying. I see where you're coming from. I'm not going to push. I'm not going to hope. I'm not going to hold my breath. I'm not going to do all that other nonsensical stuff that some people try to get you to do. Again, little lady, you have to be yourself with a person. So, we women always set ourselves up for failure from the gate, and you men do too, because you thinking, let's get married, that's going to give me steady pussy. That is not always the case. Not always. Okay? So, in giving him the benefit of the doubt, I'm improving, Tasha, by realizing it's just not in him. So I will take you as you are. And hey, tomorrow, something might change. God might bring a different person in my life. That's why you don't get your hopes up. You just go with the flow. You just go with the flow. Whatever happens, rejoice and be happy in that moment. Thank God I got email. I'm going to be rejoicing for a little while. The rest of the new moon, at least. So, just be good to each other. I mean, it's really not that difficult. When you want to yell at your sweetheart, I don't know. I'm trying to think of something off the top of my head. You're frustrated. You come home frustrated and just let him vent. And then, let him be by himself, play a game on his or her Nintendo whatever thing. I don't know. I'm not a game person. And then, you cook dinner. I don't know. Whatever your routine is. And then you say, okay, it's been an hour. It's our time now, right? And then you, the gamer, put your stuff down. And you say, okay, I'm ready to eat. And now that you're ready to eat, do not sit there and go, ooh, I don't want to eat that. This person loved you enough to cook for you. How dare you be so rude and disrespectful to one you said, I love you to? Really? Really? That's not love. That's not nice. How disrespectful. So what is that? To me, that's the same as, spitting in my face and saying fuck you. So why would I want to be with a person like that if it's a continuous habit? Because that's almost the same as abuse. I sit here, I cook for 2 hours. You're home. I understand you want to play your game for a little while, but then it's my time. I mean, everybody works. Everybody goes to school. Everybody has things to do. And you people with kids, I got to give you kudos. Maybe that's why I didn't have any children, because I'm not, and you guys think I sit here all day doing nothing, but hey, I am busy. I went to bed at 6 o'clock this morning, because in my books, I don't get tired until the job is done, and my job wasn't done until 6 o'clock this morning. Okay, I might have gone to bed about 5, but still, no. I told Desiree I'm gonna make her earrings and get her stuff out, so I made her package, and I told so-and-so, and I made them their package, and so forth and so on. I don't go to bed until everything is done. I spent most of the night, last night, looking for a job, and trying to better myself. Found a course in real estate. I'll probably do that. But my whole point in this video is I'm excited, and I want you to be excited with me. So in being excited with me, I want you to realize, I want you to, again, remember why you fell in love in the first place. Did you fall in love with somebody just to say, I don't want to, I don't feel like having sex with you tonight? No, you didn't, because in the beginning, sex was all good, right? So why now? Why? How easy is it for you just to tell that, to look in that person's face that you love, and say, I don't want to eat that. I don't want to do that. No, I don't feel like having sex, and or whatever. I don't feel like buying you no damn flowers, Tasha. Why you need flowers for? Really? Flowers would have got you laid. That's why we girls need a little prep time, you know. But why did you fall in love to begin with? You know, this guy, I love him enough to still have a baby at 50. And just so you know, black people have babies at 50s. We had babies when we were 17. We don't have babies at 50. And I've been meeting more men on OkCupid. And, you know, all the mother tagged and the other ones and the other ones and the other ones. And that's all well and good. Only talking to one other one now. He's wonderful. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. So, you know, again, I'm not pretending. I'm not making things up. I'm not, okay, so you sent me everything I want to hear. We're boyfriend, girlfriend now, right? Well, you know what I mean. Black people don't write to me about that boyfriend, girlfriend word. I don't want to hear it. But by the same token, you know, nothing is set in stone. I'm rolling with the punches, keeping my options open, loving myself, getting rid of getting rid of the men who act stupid quick. I mean, come on. I have at least 3 pictures on any site, on any dating site. Most of them I have about 6 pictures. And the first thing you want to, and I'm like, okay, I really love your profile, blah, blah, blah. Let's, you know, talk out of here. So in my first email is, hi, tell me about yourself and send me some pics. Of which you have to know I replied, really? You emailed me to say, tell me about yourself. Man, that's a fucked up line. You don't tell a lady, tell me about yourself. You ask a specific question, because then to that, my next reply is, after I put really with 1,000 question marks, should I start at birth? What does that mean? I don't know what you want to know, what you need to know to find out more about me. I like cats and dogs. There you go. That's something about me. I prefer snakes, but I like cats and dogs. Okay, you satisfied? You see, so in trying to be kind to him, I tried to sweetly put, I mean you no disrespect, however, it would assist me better if you were to ask me a specific question. Do you see what I mean? And he sweetly wrote back, I understand, okay. So, when I say, tell me something about you, this is what I mean. Okay, he was born in Alaska, and he has a mother and a father. They're both still alive. And to me, that is not important when I'm starting to know you. I don't care about your parents. I don't care that you have a 20-year-old daughter who is in Stanford and she lives on the property. I don't care about that. The only thing I care about, and I understand that's important to him, so I replied the same. Because to me, there's like levels of getting to know you. I don't even know your last name. Why do I care about your parents? I mean, I assume you're a grown man, hopefully with a job. So you telling me in a full, big, huge paragraph, what is he? He's some sort of engineer, and he's been there for 25 years. I work. Okay, cool. I didn't go that far into it, but I did follow suit. And then in the middle, I'm like, now, can I just talk to you like we're having a normal conversation? Just a normal conversation. So, how was your day? I, made some jewelry, and then, Sally Sue came to pick up her jewelry and barter for whatever it was I needed yesterday. And then, the boys came over and they made homemade noodle soup. So I had, a bowl of soup, and, we watched some movies together. Just talk. Just talk. In the process of just talking, don't you get to know me? I think so. I get to know you. Just talk. Like we're on the phone having a conversation. That's it. I'm staying open. I replied. I'm not trying to piss anybody off. I am not purposely trying to be rigid. But I don't need to know all that other stuff, I don't think. You want to know that I have a dog and a cat and a fish in a bowl and... Okay, fine. Whatever. I'll go with the flow. But that too is still my purpose of this video, I respect him enough. He was wonderful on OkCupid. Like, every single question, except one, I only went 2 pages back. I didn't go through all... it's amazing. I answered 127 questions. Wow. Anyway, every single question we had the same. See, so girls, boys, let's not get stuck on one thing and then you get your hopes up. And then, they're dating other people and you get mad because you're not the one. No, we got to keep all your options open until you both decide to close them. If, my sweetheart from the past, we have another sit-down conversation and we say, okay, then, I'll take that step then. But now, I have another date for Friday, I think. So, I'm not holding my breath. I'm not trying to be all girly and think he's the only one and, put yourself in a cage for nothing. I am trying to be more open, more flexible, And it's nice. It's nice getting to know someone slowly all over again. Okay, give me your number. Send some pictures. I'm not a collection. Find your own pictures. Google me. You'll find lots of pictures. Please. I don't ask you, could you send some more pictures? However, when a man takes a picture of a quarter, this one guy sent this much of his face. Really? What the hell is that? You don't want to be seen. That's all that tells me. Or you're hiding. So I'm like, why are you hiding? I'm not hiding. That's what that picture tells me. Really? I said, what does it tell you? Why did you pick that picture out of all the pictures you have of you? Well, I was just trying to remain a bit mysterious. I said, well, a bit mysterious requires another picture too. If I can't see your eyes, I do not reply. That just tells me you're hiding something. One guy didn't put any picture at all, and I said, I don't reply to men that can't put their own picture. Are you, like, having an affair? I don't have the desire to have an affair either. I'm here to look for a mate. Similar likenesses, and keep on keeping on. But I'm telling you, ladies, the first time, one guy in there said, the question I think was, which is worse, pet abuse or child abuse? And he had the audacity to say pet abuse. Now, to me, if I see a 9-month-old puppy and a 9-month-old human being, I'd kind of probably scoop them both up. But if I had the choice of one or the other, I'd pick up the 9-month-old human being, then I'd call pet services to go pick him up. Okay, because I'm in the ambulance with the baby girl. But since they're both small, I'd probably pick both of them up, put them in a basket, call 911 and put them both in the ambulance. Because they could put the little mask thing on the doggy too. And I'm like, that's interesting. So I asked him, why did you think the child didn't deserve, attention first? Never replied. So I'm reading more of his questions, and it was some other stupid question. But anyway, so if he ever replies, I will treat him with kindness, but I still want my answer. But we're all the same, really. We want to be loved, appreciated, valued, and telling your mate, I mean, I can feel a lot of you just looking at this, don't treat your mate as kind as you could. I'm not going to should on you. But really, why did you get together in the first place if you're just going to not give them the things that you originally desired yourself? I mean, you wanted sex, right? You wanted to be, kissed and held, listened to. You want to be heard. You want to be valued. You want to be loved, treated with respect. Then give your mate respect. Remember why you fell in love to begin with. You didn't fall in love just to have somebody to kick in the ass and say, go fix me dinner, and then they fix dinner and you say, ugh, I don't want to eat that. Why would you do that? And no, I never did that to any of my husbands or 5 long-term relationships of 5 years or more. No matter how mad they came home from work, especially my second husband, we were like a lot like Lucy and Ricky. He blast off in Spanish, and I'd be, okay, honey, okay, honey, okay, honey, okay, that's okay, yeah, I know, okay, calm down, let's go have sex, stick my ass in the air, and that's it. You gotta do, you have to do some things you don't want to do, because love isn't just yes, 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 yes. Sometimes love is a no. Sometimes. So, even though, oh, okay. I thought that was Andrew coming over. Even though I don't want to do something, I don't want to, put up with his over analytical engineering brain, but what am I going to do? Change you doesn't work. So I just love you and accept you how you are. I do the things that I don't want to do to assist you in being a happy person, and you could consider doing that back. So he did, and I'm happy. Again, even it doesn't matter what he says. I'm just happy to hear from him, because you know what? Even though he doesn't, ladies, even though they don't say what you want to hear, just the thought that he thought of you. So again, men, all the cards I tape up on the wall. You just send a card. It could be a blank card. It could you have a kitten or dog or what. It doesn't matter what's on the front, as long as you give it to her with your hand. She's gonna be, oh, send me a card. And you know what? You don't even have to write anything. You don't. Just trust me. If she gets pissed at you later, I'll pay for the next card. How's that? But if you buy her just a card on your way home from 7-Eleven, it's dusty, dirty, and bent, she gonna love that card. Especially if you put your name. Not honey, not sweetheart, not boo-boo. You put your name. Mark Steffens, whatever. Signed it. Oh my God, he loves me. He took the time to buy a card, and he stood in that long line at 5:30 in the afternoon at 7-Eleven to buy me a card. He loves me, and you're gonna get some tonight. And that works, I'm sure. I am 98% sure that it works. Boy, boy, girl, girl, boy, boy, girl, girl, boy, 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 girl, man, wife, husband, wife, whatever. It has to, because once you show a person that you love any type of affection, I would hope, and if you're the one that goes and tosses the card, don't say it. You would want to get some therapy, because that person loved you enough to go get you a card and sign his or her name. You would. That's such an act of love. Acting of love isn't a big old huge diamond. It's not a oh, I put it away. It's not a 28 karat amethyst or whatever. Love is a deed that turns into emotion. I'll let that marinate. Okay. And I think most of us don't think of it that way to begin with, but I had some very wise brothers. Thank you, Eric. Thank you, Vince. Who taught me so well. I had sisters teach me a few things too. I learned not to be like that to men. That's why I'm very partial to men. Really. And even though you piss me off, I still try to say something nice with a smile afterwards. You know, I might let you go if you say something stupid, like, send me more pics, more than once. Yeah, that repetitive shit has got to go. Just love each other. And if you don't know what love is, and you don't know how to show it, because I realize now that some people don't, men and women. Yeah. So you know, it's like when a person tells you, okay, I'll take this example. Like when I used to work for ARIS Project, AIDS Resources Information System, whatever. And, you know, Center for Living with Dying and Cancer Association. I used to work for all those beautiful, wonderful, glorious companies, agencies, whatever. And, you know, the person says, well, you know, Tosh, you know, I found out, you know, I have HIV. And the first thing is, what do you say? You say, I don't know what to say. Do you need a hug? I'm good at hugs. You know, I'm a hugger. I could teach you how to hug better. You know, I don't know what to say. Go on and talk. Tell me whatever it is you're feeling. You know? So in remembering that lesson from my past, I did that with my analytical sweetheart. And I just told him, I said, you know, it would be nice if you could express your emotions to me sometime. More often. And he's like, okay, I'll work on that. And I said, okay, I'll work on not expecting it. Or not getting my hopes up, not expecting it. So, you know, we all just gotta help each other. Just help each other. And when you're not getting enough help, you might consider getting some therapy and leaving. You know, because if you don't see yourself abusing me, and you can't see your abuse in my eyes, in my brain, on my body, you need some therapy, and you need to leave me. I need to leave you at that point, you know. When you can no longer remember love, goodness. And you know, I know people who've been married now for 23, 25 years, and it ain't always fun. But at the end of the day, at the end of the week, something good comes from it. So I'm not saying give up easily. However, in the case if you are being abused, work it out. Some therapy, you know, buy a new freaking board game, online game, you know, and try a new way of dating, you know, pretend like you're the maid and she's the master. I know you thought she was going to be the maid, huh? Something to remember love. It's not that hard. Just we just forget. And that's why I'm so happy to be a big old huge Aries baby. I never forget. In all my relationships, I never forget. Write a cute little love note. I cannot wait to suck your dick when you get home. So hurry home. Honey, I can't wait to hug your voluptuous curves, or, you know, kiss your beautiful, sexy lips, or whatever. It doesn't take that much thought, you know? And all this sexting and stuff. I've only done that with one person, him. It's not that hard to show your affection for somebody, especially if you're mad and you had a big fight. The easiest way to get over the fight, have sex, right? But even before you have sex, we women still need to get revved up. Remember that, guys. You know, sweetheart, I apologize. Even if you're not wrong, apologize sometimes. I'm not talking about in the manner of taxes or business or, you know, the mortgage. car note. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about, you did leave the keys in the car, in your jacket, and you left the jacket at the restaurant, so you had to take a taxi home because you forgot that you wore a jacket to the restaurant. It's something, I'm sorry, honey. Come on. Tonight we're gonna we're gonna get a babysitter, whatever. We're gonna go to the movies and see one of them, what do they call it? Chick flicks. And, okay, I'm sorry. Women, shut the fuck up. Accept it. Okay, honey, I love you too. Thank you. I accept your apology. Will you accept mine? Well, what means to you means to him too. He's human. He's just because he's guy and doesn't talk about a lot of feeling mushy stuff doesn't mean he doesn't feel. So, of course, I made my apologies to my friend. Thus, it's almost a novella. Anywho, okay, let me shut up and get on with my day. Remember love. Remember that mushy, gooey, giddy feeling. And then remember, everybody doesn't feel it the same way. He feels it differently. He just thinks it. He doesn't say, he doesn't write. But it's nice to know that he thinks it. Don't get me crying again. Just accept the person how they are. If you wanted somebody like yourself, you shouldn't have chose that person as a mate, right? Just love me how I am. Because, honey, if you love me enough, we can walk and I can lose some weight. That's just petty. Oh, she has to look like this. Oh, he has to look like this. Oh, he has to have money. And he has to... Who's to say you can't get that together? Because I got some pretty shallow sisters that raised some pretty shallow girls. I don't know about the boys. No, that boy, he's pretty shallow too. But anyway. Just remember, love. Because you know what? It felt so good to just love and appreciate him for giving me what I desired for the whole hour we talked on the phone. And that, if you can try to visualize yourself just as a little light bulb spirit, that's how I see spirits. When you look at the light and you turn the light out, you can still see the little, that's how I see spirit most of the time. If we had no clothes, okay, like in Cocoon, they were just like little light beams, right? What would that feel like? Just the vibration of thought to thought, and then they bump into each other. Wouldn't that be way better than an orgasm? I think so. I think so, because that is going to last a lot longer than any orgasm you've ever had. Trust me. I've had long orgasms, but you know what? This thought, we talked hours ago. What time is it? We already talked hours ago, and I'm still feeling his vibration on my body. Remember why you fell in love. Why you picked that person as a mate. Why? What was in his eyes? What was in her, freckles, her hair, her eyelashes, whatever. What was that? Because I know your first answer isn't going to be, oh, her spirit was so beautiful. Which is, I am so happy, because I can be hard, honey. I can be hard as freaking those, not pins and needles, not nails, but those huge railroad track nail thingamajiggadales. That I can be that hard, And he sees right through that, and he still sees the best of me. And again, I'm not getting my hopes up to marry him and live happily ever after, but today was a really great day. And it just started. It's only like 3 o'clock, I think. Why did you fall in love to begin with? Why? Tell me. I want to know. Unless both of you look at my channels, no, he or she won't know. So write it down. Why did you fall in love with the person that you're with right now? And then I want you to go home, if you're not home already, and tell them. You know, I'm sorry for last night if you got in an argument. Tasha told me to tell you the reason why I fell in love with you, and it's because his brain is so glorious. He looks at things in a, oh shit, what is that, geometrical? We'll say hexagon, because he's kind of 8-sided, right? Hex is 8, I think so. And how he looks at the world is so beautiful. He has got to be one of the, he doesn't know it. I'm going to send you this video, honey. You have got to be one of the biggest babies of pure thought I have ever met in my 51 years of living. Really. I have never seen a person that just, and I feel this from my soul, not from my physical gut, but my soul. He doesn't like just get mad. I'm sure he has, but I don't know about that. I don't know. He doesn't, he's not spiteful. He's not, you know what he did to me, or she did to, he's just not. And as far as I can tell, this other new one is not either. We've only had like 6 emails, but so far I don't get that feeling from him either. You know? And that feels so good, because I know you're not going to do that to me. Why did you pick the flog over the cat's tail? If you don't know what that is, look it up. And it's not a cat's tail, okay? Why did you do this? Or why did you... You know, he repeats himself. And he makes me repeat myself. But for him, that's okay. Anybody else, I don't want you repeating yourself. And I don't want you to make me repeat myself. And because I love him with all my heart and soul. I repeated myself 5 times. Yeah, I did. Why did you fall in love to begin with? Why? Well, remember that and let that other person know, especially you men. If you're not a talker, tell her. You know what I love about you? I love the way you make my favorite apple pie, and you put just the right cinnamon on top. And then you put that huge dollop of whipped cream on there, and you just put the more sprinkles, the exact amount that I like for my taste buds. And then, you know, because with the smell, the brain is already kicking in. That's one of men's most favorite smells, by the way, to get their brain going. For women, I believe it was chocolate and cucumbers, and for men it was strawberries and apple pie. I'm 98% sure. You know, and baby, I love the way, you know how your robe just falls off your shoulder like that, and there's that sexy shoulder just sticking out, and I just want to bite it off, you know, I just want to eat you up and take you with me inside of me, you know, or something loving. Say something loving to your mate today. You're going to feel so good. I promise you. So, get out of here. I'm going to go do my new grid for the new moon. And if anybody needs any blessings, only send initials, please, and I'll add it to my healing grid. Thank you. I love you. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Love yourself. Love yourself. Okay? Get out of here. Go on. Get out of here. Bye. Talk to you later.